Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah, if you guys can just turn all of your guys' cameras on, and I would love to know who's, if you guys can put in the chat button down below, who's new to this? Like who is this, whose first Zoom is this? You guys are in for a treat. So if you guys can just comment below, I would love to see who's new on here. But I'm just so excited because Kristi said that she would love just to pour into you guys tonight. And I'm so excited for you guys to hear from her because she has been in this business, you guys, for 8 years. And it might have been even over 8 years, but she'll kind of go into her story a little bit. But she is amazing and she has, you know, so much knowledge and so much stuff under her belt and just, you know, has been through it all. And she's an ambassador diamond, very top rank of the company. Her husband is a presidential diamond. So she knows how to build a business. She knows how to sustain a business. And so when we were talking today, she was telling me all these things that her and her team are doing and how her team is just, you know, they are the way that they're building and the way that they're duplicating systems and the way that they're teaching things. And it's so simple, you guys. So I'm just excited. I'm going to let her kind of take over so she can fill you guys all in. But you guys, if you guys can turn your cameras on, questions in the chat and we'll try to get to them throughout. And then if you guys are new, I would love to hear if you guys are new or not. So, all right, Kristi, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Well, hello, Amanda. Thanks for having me. Or, you know, just out and asking. I feel like we all need to do a better job of that. You know, like, hey, who can help? Hey, who has a great before and after picture? Hey, I have a question. Like, I'm struggling with my posts. What are you guys doing that's getting more interaction? Like it's okay to ask for help and for support from other people. Like we really, really are better together. Mm-hmm. And what I have seen, so I've been in the business 7.5 years, almost 8, but I do like to round up. So except with my weight, I like to round down there, but I like to round up with everything else. But I started 7.5 years ago. And what I have seen over the last 7.5 years, you guys, it's I just should write a book someday. I should do a little documentary because I have seen it all, you know, people coming and going and so many life lessons that I've learned. I've picked myself up time and time again. And there's nothing like this business, nothing. There is no other opportunity, in my opinion, after 7.5 years where you can make money fast, where you can look better. I've had 5 kids, by the way. I'm a mom of 5 and I'm 43 years old. And these products honestly are why I'm still here. I love our company. I love our business plan, but I mean, I really love our products and I am a product of our products for 7.5 years. So I want to tell you guys a couple things. When I started the business, I was a former teacher. I taught 5th grade for a very long time. I feel like I did right. You know, I went to college and had a dream, wanted to be a teacher, was a teacher. And then I had a baby and I was like, there's no way I am working 50 hours a week for that paycheck and giving up life with my child. I'm just not going to do it. And so I left teaching and I started teaching classes at the gym. So I still to this day teach spinning and I teach Pilates and I teach pound. It's a class with drumsticks. It's pretty cool. But I stay active because it gets me out of the house. And I think it's important for entrepreneurs who work at home, who could stay in your pajamas all day. It's not good for you. And you need an outlet. You need some kind of accountability. It's tough working from home. It's tough being a mom. For those of you that are stay-at-home moms, isn't it tough? Like they don't tell you that. They don't tell you a couple months in, you're going to be like, okay, is this it every day? This is it? I'm going to stare at the same 4 walls every day? Like we need to get out. And with entrepreneurship and working from home, it is no different. You have to get out. That's how you're going to meet new people. It's how you're going to feel good. It's going to keep you feeling like yourself. And when you get into a funk and you're not seeing anybody and you're just working behind your phone all day, you're not going to be the same person. You're not going to go live in the same excited manner. You're not going to post with the same confidence. And the business is just going to feel different. So when I started, I was teaching like a crazy person. But I saw an opportunity here. I mean, I really did. I looked at some of my friends that were doing this and I thought, well, if she's making 2,000 and she just started, she's at Diamond already. Like if she's doing it, I can do it. You know, I looked at my friends truly as equals. They didn't have, I'm glad that they weren't Mira Denning, who's the Harvard lawyer. Do you guys know that we have company who graduated from Harvard Law, right?
Yeah.
Like if Mira had been my enroller, I might be nervous that I may need to be a Harvard Law graduate to do well here. You know, I'm just playing. I'm so thankful for Mira. I love her. But my enroller was like just a normal mom. You know, she was just like me, and I'm so thankful for that because I really believed I could do this. I really was like, if she can, I can. Just teach me how. And so I started asking people left and right, hey, do you want to do this with me? Hey, have you seen my Facebook page? Hey, I'd love to work with you. Check out my Facebook page. I need help. This thing is exploding. I've never seen anything like it. And I just went about it with just crazy passion and ignorance on fire. I asked people. I didn't wait for them to come to me. And I think once I stopped doing that, and I started waiting for people to fall from the heavens, my business slowed way down. Asking is where you're going to find the magic. It's how your business is going to transform from Monday to Tuesday. Asking. So I wanted to tell you guys what we're doing on our team. You know, sometimes you just have to like revamp what you're doing so that it feels fresh and new. In the chat, tell me how long you guys have been on board, whether it's 2 years or 2 days. You know, how long have you guys been doing this? Because maybe you've heard the term steps to success, right? Like you've heard it. I've heard it. One of my main leaders, Amber, like she just sings steps. She has poems about it. And sometimes when she says it, I'm like, oh, okay, the steps to success. Can't we talk about something else? Because it's just been 7.5 years, you know? But we had this really great idea a couple weeks ago. Like, what if we could take the steps to success and actually use that model as a way to show people, hey, join my team. I'm going to show you how you can join for free and actually run your business for free. And I don't think I've ever used that phrase like that before. So the steps to success, like to give it a rebirth, a new birth, new life, right? Same concept, new life, is let me show you how you can start your business for free and run your business for free every month. It's pretty cool. You ready? And then you can get out a piece of paper and you can print out your steps to success, whatever you want to use, whatever tool you want to use, get a pen and show them how that looks. And this is how it looks. Okay, so when you get started, it's super simple. Your website's going to look like mine. We all have the same beautiful professional website that's made, thank goodness, because someone to come in and build a website like that would be thousands of dollars. So your website looks like mine. You're ready to go. You're going to direct your friends to go to your site and sign up either as a customer or as a team member. And they're making extra money along with you. They're going to be your distributor. So either one, we've got our customer, we've got our distributor program. Lots of similarities, but they are very different. So your first goal when you get started is 4 customers. Why 4? And this, you guys, is brand new for people. Like, I know we've said it so much, but when someone's new, like whoosh, it's going to go over their head. You know, like we got to say it and say it and say it. And they're finally going to be like, okay, so 4, is that right? Did you say 4? Yes, friend, I did. So 4 customers is going to give you that $100 credit, right? It's that free product credit. 4 customers, $100 credit, write it down. And right there, that value alone is what you paid for your kit. So you can turn that into free product. You can turn that into business cards, a t-shirt, whatever you want, but it's $100 back in your pocket in either product or business tools. So right there, we've already recouped our investment. And you can talk about how most businesses, it's thousands to start up. Most other direct sales companies, it's hundreds to start up. And did you guys know, I don't know if you've been with other companies, but I know a lot of them, there's bonuses padded in if you come in with like a big starter kit. So they encourage you to spend $1,000 or $600, and that's hard for families. I don't feel good about that. You know, if they're not in a place to do that. We don't get that padding like that. You know, we want people to start like I started and get to work. $100, so easy to get your business started with us. But that first goal, 4 customers, boom, you have already recouped your investment. Now I'm going to show you how to run your business for free. When you sign up a new team member that does exactly that, right? They're going to get their first 4 customers. But even if they only get 2, you are going to get a $100 bonus. And you know what? That's going to pay for your product. So every month when you do that, you are going to be able to pay for your product and your back office. And you get those weekly bonuses every week. So if you want to enroll another distributor, honey, go for it. Because that next cash bonus that you're going to get when they get their first 2 customers, it's just money in your pocket. $100, $100, $100, $100. But every time that you just enroll one new team member that gets their business off to a strong start by getting their first customers, You are now running your business for free every single month. Isn't that amazing? And so I just like the whole idea of teaching the steps to success as a way, like, come join me. There's no risk. And I can show you how to run your business for free. So hopefully that helps you guys, you know, like kind of reinvent the simple wheel. Don't, when I started, you guys, we had worksheets, we had PowerPoints, like we were so fancy. And then it dawned on us, this isn't duplicatable. My girls in Alaska and in Wyoming and California, because I was in Florida, they don't have my worksheets. We're sending all these documents and Word doc, like it was a mess. So everything that you do, ask yourself, is this something that my team can duplicate? So that's pretty cool. I wanted to share that with you guys. And then the next thing is, if you've been posting about your business for a little while, it's very easy for your Facebook audience or your Instagram audience to kind of like start ignoring you. Kind of like, you know, maybe they scroll by you, maybe they've hidden you, I don't know. If they block you, like, it's okay. I just want to challenge you to have courage, have the courage to be disliked sometimes. You've got dreams and goals here, so it's okay if people don't like you sometimes, right? But what's a way that we can like get people back in our corner? Every time that we post, we're either pushing people or we're pulling them towards us. It's either a push or it's a pull. Does that make sense? So when you post about your business, is it a push? Is it a pull? Are you drawing people in to, oh, what is she doing over there? What's happening over there? And we thought as a team, some of my leaders, we got together and we thought, you know, debt is one of those universal things that connects us all. Like we all have debt. And so what if we just got really loud about paying off debt and did it as a team? So we have every single day, we've got a thread on my team page. And when someone makes a car payment, when they make a credit card payment, student loan, mortgage, like we are posting and adding to our total team debt payoff. And I just want to tell you guys, it's what, 6 days in, and we're at like $125,000 that we as a team have paid off in debt. Isn't that amazing? $125,000 in 6 days. And every time that we post, so I'm going to try to do this every other day on my main Facebook, but it gets people excited when they see that you've paid off your house or your car, or that your team's made, you know, $60,000 in debt payoff. Like, doing over there? And it's a pull. It's a pull. It pulls people into your corner instead of always saying the same thing of like, join my team, come make extra money. I'm not saying not to do it, but sometimes we got to like find a new way to get people cheering for us, rooting for us, happy for us. Like, wow, you go, girl. You know? And so that's what we did. We decided we're going to do this for 3 months, August, September, October. We're going to focus on paying off debt. And what's cool is that people on my team, I can see them. They're like, well, how much extra money do I have? Maybe I can put that towards my Visa, or I can pay off my Target card, you know, because that's just how human beings are. They see a bunch of people doing something. They're like, I want that too. And so this is a way to encourage my team to pay off debt. Stop buying more stuff and start paying off your debts first. My house is paid for, you guys. My cars are paid for. I paid off over $100,000 in debt. When I started this business, I lived in a foreclosed home waiting for the bank to take that house with 3 little kids and no plan. And that's where I was, with so much mounting debt and a home that was going to be taken from the bank. That's how I started this business. And when I bought this house that I'm in right now, I thought to myself, I never want to be in that place again. I lost my house once. I'm not going to do it again. And so I could have mortgaged $1 million house, probably a $2 million house. I could have. I kind of wanted to some days, but I bought this house. It's beautiful. It's what my family needed. It was in our means, and I paid cash for it, you guys. And that's how this business can really, truly change your life. Pay off your credit card. Get rid of the debt. Let this business be such a blessing to you. Even if people leave your business, even if people come and go, and they will, if they can do something good while they're here, if they can touch someone's life and influence or bring somebody into the business or pay off a credit card, like it all works out in the end. Everything works out the way that it needs to. So that's what our team is doing. We're being loud about paying off debt. We've got an ongoing daily log that we are posting on our team page about how much debt we're paying off every time we make a payment. And then prizes every week for people that are participating, just giving some cash, PayPal, you know, $50 here, $100 there, whatever I feel like. And we're using that new concept of join my business for free. Let me show you how, and how you can run your business for free every month. So I'd love to, just chat a little bit too, just about the business, Manna, just questions that you have that I can talk through with your team. I'm a strong yellow, like I'm a yellow through and through.
That's awesome. So,
I get a little green.
for the contest, I love that. And in fact, I saw that on your page today. You posted a little picture of that. I thought that was just so awesome. And so for the contest for your team to do that, what do you do? Like anybody who participates, if you just like draw a name out every couple of days or something? And
yeah, every Friday, because I've been participating, and so I pick who posted that week, who participated, who commented, even if we all have debt, everybody's got debt. We got car payments, but I want you posting about it. I want you participating. I want you sharing it on your team page or your main Facebook page. But yeah, and I told them, I'm like, as this thing keeps rolling, my generosity will too. So I'll do free. I told them I would draw every Friday for a cash prize winner.
That's awesome. And wow, how incredible is it that you paid cash for a house? Like that, it's just not heard of. You know what I mean? And I just went live like probably last week sometime and just saying that it's so like the normal now is so like twisted. The normal now is to like have debt. Like it's okay to have debt. It's okay to have medical debt. Like that is what people think now. And that's just not how like we should be living. Like that's not what we, and so, but it's just crazy how society now is normal.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, go ahead.
So you guys, I want you to write this down, and I would love for you all to post about this, go live about this, but the second half of the year is when most families fall into financial crisis. And I want you to think about it. Like here we are, less than 6 months left, but we have back to school. I'm sorry, we have vacations first. Most families want to take one last, little voyage, whatever. So you've got your vacations, and then what happens next? Back to school. And dear me, oh my, I went to Target with 5 kids, y'all. My sweet little 9-year-old was like, this is going to be like $200, Mom. I was like, baby girl, no. Like $640 later.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's so expensive to have kids. So you've got your back to school, and then you've got all the stuff that comes with school, your registration, your sports, all the activities that happen, right? So most families universal with that. And then what happens right after that? Holidays. So it makes sense. So the second half of the year, which we're in right now, most families fall into financial crisis. So here's a way that I can show you to start your business for free, take a chance, right? We've got an extra bag of wraps for these next few days until the 11th. Like that's a good deal. We should be loud and excited about this. And then let me show you how you can run your business for free every single month, right? It's a new way to just pull people into our corner. Let's be loud about paying off debt, telling people like this part of the year, it's tough. It's tough for all of us. I have an answer for you. So hopefully that helps in just getting some new people in your business, helping you feel more confident in posting about the business, and changing things up a little bit and seeing how that works for you.
Yeah, I love that so much because it's just so simple. And so I feel like when new people come in, then we can say, okay, now let's go. And like you said, be loud about this. Now we have this promotion going on with the extra wrap, so we can be loud about this. And again, just keep it simple and say, okay, I can, you can come into this business for free and I can teach you how to run it for free. So I think like the simplicity of that and the duplication of that, I think is amazing. When your newbies are, when they have potential distributors, how are you coaching them on what to say to, give them the information? I feel like, when we work a lot. I know a lot of like myself and our leaders, like we do a lot of, okay, send me a screenshot and I'll help you on what to say back to them. Or what I like to do is say, okay, get us in a 3-way message or a 3-way call and I can help you and answer their questions, So what is some of your like tips and techniques that you do to help your newbies, bring distributors onto their team? Oh, hold on. I can't hear you. Oh, are you muted? I don't think you are. Oh, there you go.
So I do that too. I love the 3-way conversation. Like, I'm just going to tell you guys this straight up. You only learn by doing, like best teacher of all things is just experience. So none of us, and the more perfect and polished and all that stuff that you feel you have to be, oh, it's like putting your foot in your mouth. That's not who you are. And it's okay to be like, you know what? I just started. It's such a good question. Let me make sure that I have that answer for you. Hang on. And then you could easily start a three-way communication between your enroller or somebody in your upline and then this new potential. And just be easy breezy about it, right? Like the more and not yourself that you are, the more they're going to feel that too. Try to make my posts like super fancy, or I turn into some car salesman. I mean, I can feel it as I'm typing it. I'm like, Kristi, what are you doing? Stop it right now. You know, and I try to go back and erase it and just talk how I really want to talk. Say what I really want to say. How do I feel about this picture? How do I feel about this product? What do I really want to say here? Same thing with your potential. You know, the more you fancify your business, the less duplicatable it is for them. So I really focus on signing up, connecting them to our team page and to our team, right? And all right, back office, everyone mute yourself. Can you guys mute yourself? I
don't see anybody who's unmuted. I just see. I don't see. Does anybody see who that is unmuted? I just see that me and
maybe at the bottom.
Normally come to the top. Oh, okay.
Sorry. Anyways, you know, the best way is just to do it. I feel like, sorry,
I'm trying to see who that.
Pam one time. Remember Pam one time telling me, I saw her.
Hey guys, make sure you're muted. Thank you. Okay. I can't even see who's unmuted. It looks like everyone's muted.
Let me. I just unmuted myself. I'm not going crazy.
Somebody see who? Let's see. Let me just do all. Okay, I just muted all. That's so weird because normally like the unmuted people come to the top, and I did not see anybody.
I know, me
too. Just make sure that you guys are muted, and I have it set where people who are coming in, they're muted. So that's so strange. Okay, so all right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, well, that's a great question. Like, you know, how does that three-way conversation look? And it looks just like that. So let's say you're talking to someone and you're super nervous about saying anything about the business. And I'm just going to reiterate this again. If you don't ask people to come look at this, to, you know, come partner with you, there's so many ways that you can say it and do it. And Amanda, if it's okay, I'll send to you, and that way you can share with your team a couple ways that I have given to my team, like A or B, which one feels good for you? And then tweak it a little bit so it even feels more authentic to you. But here's like two really easy, non-pushy ways to say to someone like, hey, would you like to do this with me? Or, hey, I just want to mention, if it's not a good fit, no big deal, but you know, you've been a customer of mine for a couple months. I think you'd be amazing. I'm here to help you. If it's not a good fit, no big deal, right? Like we say what we want to say in a very easy, nonchalant way. And oftentimes it's that invitation, that asking that leads to that next step. And it's the part that we're missing. We're just missing it because we're just posting and then we're just waiting and praying for someone to come into our life. And they will, but we usually have to be the ones to invite and ask them. So let's say you're talking to someone and you get to the part about the conversation about the business and you're just like, I'm overthinking it. Remember, everything stays super simple. Let me show you a way to start your business for free. How you're going to do that? Your first 4 customers is your goal. That's going to give you that shopping spree, that credit that right off the bat is going to recoup that investment. And you're getting paid on these customers. They're going to be with you for at least 3 months. Remember, that's our customer program. So you're getting paid on these 4 people for the next 3 months. That's money back in your pocket, also recouping that $100 investment. And then as soon as you start advertising and letting people know what you're doing and continue with that, people are going to be interested. We're going to coach you. We're going to help you along the way of how to post, how to ask. But that first distributor that gets started with their customers, you're going to earn that $100 fast start bonus. So keep it so simple. I rarely, you guys, ever get to the word Ruby in a conversation with the potential. I just don't. You know, it's a lot. What's a ruby? Is it a gem? Like, what are we doing here? You know, these are foreign words to people. So super simple. How to start. First goal, get them connected to your team. That's how I start. That's how I start my new team members. And then as they start asking questions and as they start posting, it's amazing all the knowledge and information that comes naturally about the products, about the business. You know, they're going to learn along the way. Yeah. And you know what? I'm here to tell you that most people that sign up, I just have like such a heart for this next part of my message, you guys. Like, there's only a few people in this world that are going to really catch the vision of this business. There are so few hard working people out there. There are out there, but it is few and rare to find them. And if you're on this call, I want you to think back of your life and think, am I that person that's always just had to work and did chores and picked up that extra class or that course or that table or that shift? You know, like there's a lot of people out there that are just hard working people. They'll go the extra mile for an extra $25. They'll do that for an extra $100 or an extra $10. I was that girl my whole life, but I never had the opportunity to ever make anything of it. You know, I never went anywhere, but man, I've always worked so hard. And so if you can find somebody like that and you can pair this opportunity with that type of person, I'm telling you, they will be a millionaire. But not everybody's going to catch the vision. And I've got this whole situation here in my town right now, and I'm suddenly an advocate. I didn't know this was going to happen. And it's about our kids and our school. And I'm so fired up and passionate about it. And I keep thinking, like, where is everybody? How am I and just a few people, like the only ones fighting for our kids and their health? Like, where is everyone? It is so frustrating for me. But then I thought, you know what? Here it is again. Most people are just like, meh, just going to see whatever's back on my television show. I'm going to get back into my program over here. It's the 1% of this world, you guys, is the 1% for a reason. And I want you to remember that not everybody that you sign up is going to catch the vision, but don't give up when someone says no or half your team quits. When I started this business, it was hard for me because no one knew what this stuff was 7.5 years ago. Nobody knew what these body reps were. Everybody was a critic. You know, I mean, they didn't know. You think your challenge is hard now because you think, well, everybody's seen it. Everybody knows. Like, my challenge was just as great, right? And what's in it? And where's the regulations? I mean, it was like nonstop. And we could not get product for 30 days. We went through this wrap shortage the summer that I joined, like 3 months in, and we couldn't get product for a month with the wraps. We had nothing. And we would drive 2 hours to pick up a wrap. It was crazy. And most of my team, you guys, quit. Most of them did. And it was frustrating and I was angry and I'm like, I don't know what to do. But I knew this product was special. I saw something here. I'm like, if people are buying it like this and we're driving 2 hours to pick up a wrap, like, I'm not walking away from this. I don't know that I'll ever in my lifetime find something like this again. I'm not leaving. And so half my team left and I just rebuilt. And my husband said early on, he's like, what's the worst thing that could happen, Kristi? Your whole team quits and you got to start over at zero. Like, that's the worst that could happen. If that happened, like, could you live with that? Could you just like, okay, here we go again. And I thought, yeah, if that's the worst that happens, like, I'm okay. Our company's not shutting down. That's a problem with a lot of companies, you know, or they've got crazy side effects that are starting to manifest. They got some issues going on, you know, we don't have that. I stand by our products with their safety and their effectiveness, the stability of our company, the uniqueness of our products, you know, like I'm not going anywhere. I don't think I'll ever find another company or product line like this in my life. So, you know, I just want you to know, like, I've been through it. Like, my life is not peaches and cream. I have been through it, y'all, but I'm still here because I really love what I do and I'm not leaving my team. And I definitely don't want to be without these products, especially Confianza. If there's a product that I can stand on the mountaintop and shout about, it would be Confianza. Yeah. In the chat, how many of you love Confianza? Share your testimony of Confianza in the chat. I ran out of it last week. I gave a couple samples out, like 3 or 4 day samples to some friends. And then I ran out myself. I mean, I was like looking through every cupboard, shaking bottles, like, there's gotta be some left. Nope, I was out. And I'm telling you, I am a different person when I take that product. I am calmer, I'm happier, I'm nicer to be around, I can handle my children. You know, I'm the best version of myself. I need that product. It helps me. And sometimes you don't know how much product helps you until you run out of it. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this stuff really was working. So anyways, any more questions?
I love that one too. Yeah, I have a question. So you have 5 kiddos. Obviously, you're super busy. You've been in this for 8 years. You've, like you said, like you've been through the ups, the downs, like literally all of it. I hear about the rack shortage. I didn't, we had the product delays, but we saw so many other products. But you have been through it all. But I would love to know, and I know so many people on here are like, well, I have 2 kids, or I'm pregnant, or I go to school and I work. Like it's hard for me to fit this business in, but obviously like you can do it no matter how busy you are. And you have 5 kiddos and you're a very busy mom, and you have this, incredible business that you have built. And so can you kind of give us a day, what a day looks like for you, and how do you fit this in? Do you have set schedules? Do you just go with the flow? Like, we've been talking on our team a lot, like what is your standard? How many, like what's your standard for your day? Everyone should have a standard. And how many times are you posting? Like what's your standard for how many host to post are you getting out? So can you kind of give us like a day of Kristi, being so busy and how you're fitting in this, multi-million-dollar business that you're building?
Great question. Okay, I just wrote some things down so I don't forget. Your business is going to look different when you're really building and you want to get to diamond, because diamond's where the money's at, girlfriends. Like money changes at diamond. Okay, you get these extra cap bonuses on every new team member, and it is life changing. Your checks could literally double every single month. Can you imagine making $2,000 today, this month in August, and then making $4,000 for September, and then making $8,000 for October, and then right? Like it's almost mind-boggling, and it all happens at diamond. So that for me was where I saw I just saw freedom. That's what I made as a teacher. I almost like covered the rest of it up, the double, the triple. I was like, I don't know who does that, but that is not me. But I could get to diamond, because I saw a couple girls doing it. And I just started there. So this is what I think is really important. If you are like, I'm ready, I want to do this. Gosh, if she can do this, I can do this. Yes, you can. So I think having a really clear goal is so important. Like by the end of September, you want to be emerald. If that's your goal, like post it, say it, put it somewhere where you can see the darn thing every single day. Put a little post-it note in your car, on your bathroom mirror, tell your friends, tell your family. This is really important. It's not silliness. It's not something hokey pokey. Like stating a goal and having a date attached to it is so important for success. So think, am I doing that right now? Like maybe that's where I could start. I could step things up by actually making a goal, something specific, and attaching a date to it. I work really fast when I have an opportunity. Like I'm like a crazy person. If I have 2 seconds at a stoplight, like I'm texting like a mad woman, like I work fast and hard as much as I can through my day. So it was hard for me in the beginning. I was teaching all these classes all over the place. I was always driving or teaching, or I had my 3 little children. And they were little. I mean, like a baby and a 1-year-old and maybe a 4-year-old. I can't remember anymore, but it was hard. That's a very hard time in motherhood. And so I would just work really fast, really hard in these little tiny pockets wherever I could find them. Okay. Another thing is I finally had to have a conversation with my family because like things were falling apart at my house. And oftentimes people don't talk too much about this, but I want to. When you are really working hard with your business, people start to get neglected, and after a few weeks of that and a few months of that, it's really hard. It's hard on marriages. It's hard on your kids. And so you have to really be mindful of that, because when things fall apart in your personal life, I don't care how much success you have, like that's not working. And so I had a conversation. I remember talking to Cindy Pentecost one day, and I was telling her how I was feeling, probably crying. And she said, you've got to get down on your knees and talk to your kids. And so this is what I do sometimes when I'm in that building mode, and I'm like, I got a strong goal and a date attached and I'm building. Because work is different when you're building versus when you're just like kind of working. It's very different. The energy is very different. So if you're like, I'm going for it, I'm gunning for diamond, I'm doing this, the work that you're going to feel and do is very different. It's a little chaotic. You know what I'm saying? It's not you. There's nothing wrong with you. That's just how this thing works. It's like throwing all these plates up in the air and you're juggling everything and some plates are falling. Like, it's hard. Not everybody can do it. But I had a conversation with my kids and I said, very emotional, I said, Mommy is trying to change our family. Like, I'm really trying to do something amazing so that our family can get to a better place. I cannot do this alone. Like, I need your help and Daddy's help. I need you to go to bed when it's time to go to bed without complaining and crying. That's how you can help me. I'm going and wrapping people and I'm on a call. That's what Mommy's doing. But you're getting your homework done when we ask you to. Without a fight, you're helping with the dishes because I cannot do this alone. Can you help me? Can we do this together as a family so that we can really change our life? You know, and those are the kind of conversations that really helped me to break through that terrible guilt, the chaoticness, the craziness of building. Okay, so have a conversation with your kids. I did the same with my spouse. I was like, you've got to help me. Just give me 5 months. Give me your support. Don't be complaining over my shoulder. Like, well, how much time did you spend on that? How much did you make over there? And how much, right? Like stop. I need you to help me and support me 100% for the next 5 months. Let me really see what I can do with this. And I had to have that conversation with him too. I make a list of what I need to get done for the day, and there's something subconscious that will help you and trigger in your brain as you cross things off the list. Don't put too much down. Put things that are the most important and work off of a list. That helps me. It may not help you, but you know, this is how I stay organized. If I don't keep a list of what's going on in my business with follow-ups, I'm a mess. My business is a hot mess. And so the way that I built all the way to Ambassador was I printed out my steps of success sheet. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing, y'all. Like, I've never done anything like this. So I printed out my steps of success. I put August at the top. And when I signed up my customers, I listed them on the front side, listed my distributors that came in. And then on the back of it, I just wrote down everybody that I would think to message, the names that would come to me at 2 a.m, or the people that I met at the gym that I was like, oh, she'd be really good. I want to message her and ask her. Or someone that had messaged me on Facebook. Like, I didn't want to forget. So the back of the steps of success was just a mess of names and scribbles. But when September came, I got out a new sheet. And I had August to look back on and start working from. And so I had these 12 sheets, you know, like they were a mess, but it was the way I found was the easiest to work my business. When I stopped doing that and I stopped looking back a couple months, trying to find people to message again, you know, you sit down to work and you're like, okay, who do I message? Like, who do I talk to? Well, you get these lists back out and you go back to June, you know, and you see who you talked to in May or who signed up in February. That's not ordering anymore. Like, you have this ongoing list of who signed up and who you want to talk to, right? And so that was very efficient for me. When I stopped doing that, I feel like my business really dramatically changed. So my goal was to get to Ambassador when I had my 4th baby, because I knew my life would slow down. I was like on a mission, Ambassador by baby or bust, you know? So I worked really hard because I just had that goal set and clear, and like, baby was coming. So I went Ambassador end of June, and my son Luke was born July 6th. So 6 days later, that baby came out. And I was like, woo! And I really worked my business different from that point on. You know, I didn't do these things anymore. And I noticed such a change in my business. So asking, huge. It is the game changer, asking people. And I'll, again, send a couple messages to you. Stating a goal, having a specific date attached, working fast and hard for those little pockets, making a list of what you need to get done for the day, following up and staying organized. And honestly, you guys, working out. I'm a better human when I work out. So taking a walk and listening to Ed Milet, that for me is like my jam. 2 minutes of Ed Milet, and I'm a different person. Ed Milet is so good. Yeah. And so if I can go for a walk or walk the dog and put on a little self-development, if I can listen to something in my car, that's huge for me. Even 2 minutes, I can do 2 minutes. But working out is huge for me. It just changes your endorphin level. It changes the way your brain functions. You feel good, you feel better, you feel more confident, and you work your business from a different place. And so I have working out on here too.
I love that so much. Okay, I just had quick questions. I know I only said 7:30, but it's 7:42, so I just have a couple more questions, or just one more question. And if you guys have a question, we can maybe ask one of your guys' questions. But you started, almost 8 years ago, and Instagram wasn't, I don't even know if it was around or popular. So do you still do most of your business through Facebook, or do you do Instagram as well?
Yeah, I'm really like Facebook 100%.
Yeah.
Post on Instagram, but like I still kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing over there.
Yeah.
And so, I always feel like if I can just get in front of someone, and if I can just get 5 minutes with someone, they're usually interested in either the products or the business, right? And so that's kind of my mindset, is like, how can I just get in front of people?
Mm-hmm.
I love to work with my distributors and their warm market. So as soon as someone signs up, like, let's get in front of your friends. Let's do an online event. How can I help you? How can I serve you? Especially if they're local, right? Like, if we can just get in front of people more. So whether that's Instagram for you or Facebook, I feel like the asking part though is the key. We can post all day long. We can do all these stories, but people just scroll on by.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very different. Let's say Monique says to someone, hey, I've been thinking about you. If it's not a good fit, it's okay. But I really want to work with you. I'm going to have to, I'm just ad-libbing it right now. I'd love the opportunity to work with you. I love what I'm doing. These products are amazing. If I can show you a way to start for free and run your business for free, would you be open to talking with me for just a minute? Right? Like, the worst thing she can say is, no, thanks, I'm good. And to which you'll be like, okay, cool. Thanks for your time. I appreciate the fact that you messaged me back. Oftentimes people won't even do that. So thank you. Have a wonderful night. I definitely hope to talk to you again. Right? Like, no one's bleeding. No one is in pain. We're good. We all survived it. Right? But that part, that inviting part, is the key, I feel, in what happened to me initially when I started. And now with people doing so much busy work, they're not asking. So when you talk to someone with Host to Post, I want you to think, if you're signing someone up for Celery or the cleanse or whatever you're doing with coffee, let's say, are you asking to do the business with you? Because I did a retreat with all my diamonds not too long ago here in Charlotte, and all of us were in this room. There was like 22 of us. And I said, how many of you are here because someone invited you to look at the business? And everyone raised their hand. Everyone. And so I came to my enroller about the products. I was like, tell me about those wraps. And she turned it around and said, hey, you should do this with me. Kristi, I don't even know how to explain what's happening. This is insane. You should totally do this with me. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, how does that work? Like, what's the deal here? If she would have just said, oh yeah, awesome, our wraps are $59 and this is our loyal customer program and let me send you my link, like, I would have been like, okay, I'll do that, because I don't know any different. Mm-hmm. So think of all of these people that you're talking to with Host to Posts. Are you asking about the business, or are we just staying with the celery and just talking about the cleanse and signing those people up for just the coffee, right? Mm-hmm. We're missing an opportunity. None of my diamonds would be there had someone not taken it a step further and invited them to the business. So it's definitely something to think about, because we're doing all this Post to Post, but man, I'm telling you, those are where all your distributors are at.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so just one more thing. I always like to ask this, and then I'll let you go. I promise. You're just filling us with so much goodness. So, but okay, so knowing what you know now after almost 8 years of this business, and changing and evolving and all that kind of stuff, what would you tell the Kristi when you were new? Like, what would you tell yourself 8 years ago? Like, all the stuff, was like one main thing, like, that you would change that would like help that, Kristi when she first started.
Gosh, no one has ever asked me that before.
I know, it's a
oh man, if I could, like, you know what, I would just say to her, like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. You're so far out of your comfort zone, and this is so crazy, but you're really doing it. Like, I'm so proud of you. Wouldn't you look back at your kids if they're graduating high school, and what would you say to them as they're graduating, right? Like, I know a lot of you have probably been there and have done that. Like, here you are, you're on the stage, you did it. I'm so proud of you. I feel like just looking back 7.5 years ago, everything that has happened, and there's been so many dark things that could have easily taken me out of the business or just who I am as a person. Because I do have such a soft heart, and you get close to people, especially some of your leaders, and when they leave maybe and try another endeavor, it's hard. I've definitely learned a lot that it's just business. But I would probably, this is what I would say, it just came to me. Make decisions that are smart business decisions, not always decisions that are from the heart. So a lot of times you guys, and you may have been in this situation, you're faced with a decision, maybe where to place a customer, where to place a distributor, something of that nature, let's say, anything regarding your business, and you know that it's not the right business decision, but you just love them so much, and you just want to help them so much because they're just great and loving, but you know it's not a good business decision. Oftentimes I've helped and I've helped and I've helped and I've helped because I love that person. I know they're in a bad place, but they're not meeting me with the same energy and effort. They're just not. But then they, there's in that moment where I'm like, this is not a good business decision anymore. So I want you to think of the next time that happens, you'll know. It's hard for me to give you a situation or a scenario.
No, that was
that's back to me is, Kristi, I'm so proud of you. But make decisions that are good, smart business decisions, not always the ones that are just from the heart. If it's not a good business decision, it will backfire. And that is what's happened to me so many times, is I did something that I thought was good and right. And I just love that person, and it just backfired. It backfired every single time. So if it's a good business decision, and here's an example of this, I just signed this woman up and she is like running, she is working, right? And I'm building with her, and it's so fun because she's just so into it. And that's a good business decision. I've got someone that's meeting my energy, that's working alongside me, people that she's bringing in, like, where do we want to build? How do we want to do this? What's a smart business decision here so that I can help her make the most money, and I can create a leader with her that's going to help run this team self-sufficiently, so I can step back and start building somewhere else. That's always the goal, is to find and identify someone that loves this, that's a great leader, train them, work with them, run beside them, and then off they go, and you're just like, there's my little one off and running. That's the goal. So that's what I would say.
I love that so much. Well, thank you so much for spending your time with us and just, filling us up and just, pouring into us, because I know, like, everything that you said, I just knowing just how this team is and where they're at and where we're at as a team, like, it was just something that we needed to hear. So thank you so much. And I think you got us all emotional with that end part. But, thank you so much. You are just incredible. And we just, are cheering you on and praying for you and your team as well. And we just really appreciate you.
Oh, well, thank you. I see all the messages coming in. You guys are great. Yeah. Thanks for I'm just one of those people, like, I'm truly here to help. I know it may not even believe me, but, like, I really do believe in one team, one mission. There's a lot of us out there that really see the company this way. Mm-hmm. I never ask anyone, like, are you in my downline? Like, what level are you at? Like, I could care less. Mm-hmm. The reason that I'm still here almost 8 years in is because our company is growing. And that's the most important thing at the end of the day. We want other people to find success. It's not about who you sign up and your team and holding on so tight. No. It's about cheering everybody on. It's about encouraging people. It's about seeing everybody win. As cliche as that is, it honestly is the truth. Because if all these people are struggling and falling apart, but, like, your team is amazing, our company is going to be in trouble. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if we can just see this, like, I want her to win and her to win and her to pay off debt. And yes, girl, you went diamond and she went triple diamond, without that feeling of jealousy or worry that it's going to take from us. It's not. Mm-hmm. The more that we help and serve and grow and learn from each other, the more success we're going to have. It's just the way karma works too.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot of you. Thanks again.
You're welcome. And we can just feel your heart. And so you're just so amazing. So thank you so much. I'll get the recording over to you. Okay. Bye, Kristi.
Okay, bye.